All right, let's dive deep today, and we're going to tackle acetyl-L-Carnitine.
Or ALCAR, as it's known.
Yeah, ALCAR for short.
Exactly.
If you're feeling a little sluggish or wishing you had just a little bit more pep in your mental step, you are in the right place.
Absolutely.
We've got a stack of YouTube videos from health experts and even a scientific journal article.
Oh, wow.
All about this natural compound that seems to be creating quite a buzz.
It's fascinating, actually, this ALCAR.
Yeah.
You see, it's naturally found in our bodies, and it's getting attention because of its potential to unlock both physical and mental energy.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
But let's back up a bit here. What exactly is ALCAR? I vaguely remember something about amino acids from high school biology, but that's about it.
You're on the right track.
Okay.
Amino acids are the building blocks of protein.
Right.
And protein is essential for our bodies. Think of proteins like Lego structures.
Okay.
And the amino acids are the individual Legos.
Gotcha.
Now, ALCAR is a very special type of amino acid.
Okay.
It acts like a VIP escort for fatty acids.
Hold on, fatty acids. The things we eat.
Exactly. We need those fatty acids for energy, and ALCAR helps them get to where they need to go. The mitochondria.
Mitochondria. Now, that's a word I haven't heard in a while.
Think of the mitochondria like tiny power plants inside our cells. They take those fatty acids, break them down, and create ATP.
ATP. Is that another one of those science-savvy words?
It is, but it's a crucial one.
Okay.
ATP is like the energy currency of our cells.
Gotcha.
It's what powers everything we do, from thinking and moving to even just breathing.
Okay, so ALCAR is like the delivery service, making sure that those fatty acids get to the power plant so our cells have the energy they need.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. And here's where it gets even more interesting. ALCAR can actually cross the blood-brain barrier.
Blood-brain barrier. Okay, now you're going to have to explain that one.
It's basically a protective shield around our brain, keeping harmful substances out. Not everything can cross it, but ALCAR can, and that's why it's so intriguing for brain health and function.
So it's like it has a special key that unlocks the door to the brain.
That's a great analogy.
Okay.
Now, you might also hear about L-carnitine, which is a close relative of ALCAR. They're both important, but ALCAR is the one that can really get into the brain and make a difference there. One of the YouTube experts, David Tillman, actually pointed that out.
Interesting. So ALCAR is like a brainy amino acid delivering energy to our brain cells.
Precisely. And that's why there's so much interest in its potential benefits for things like memory focus and even protecting against age-related decline.
Okay, I'm definitely seeing why this is generating so much buzz. But before we get into all the potential benefits, let's break down exactly how ALCAR helps our bodies create energy.
Great point. Remember those mitochondria, the power plants inside our cells?
Yeah, the ones that turn fatty acids into APP, our body's energy currency.
Right. Well, ALCAR plays a critical role in that whole process. It acts as a shuttle, grabbing those fatty acids and escorting them into the mitochondria.
So it's not enough for the fatty acids to just be hanging around. They need ALCAR to take them by the hand and lead them into the power plant.
Exactly. It's like ALCAR is giving them a VIP backstage pass. And without that pass, they can't get in, and the energy production process slows down.
Wow, that's a really clear way to picture it. But it sounds like ALCAR does more than just deliver the fuel. I read something about it helping remove waste products from the mitochondria as well.
You're absolutely right. ALCAR is a multitasker. Not only does it bring the fatty acids in, but it also helps remove waste products, ensuring those energy factories are running smoothly.
So it delivers the fuel and takes out the trash. That's impressive.
And this is especially important for the brain, which, as you can imagine, consumes a tremendous amount of energy. In fact, even though the brain only makes up about 2% of our body weight, it uses a whopping 20% of our energy.
Wow, that's incredible. So making sure those brain cells have a steady supply of energy is crucial.
Absolutely. And that's where ALCAR comes in, ensuring those mitochondria are functioning at their best, providing the brain with the fuel it needs to operate at peak performance.
Okay, I'm starting to see the connection here between ALCAR energy production and brain function. This is fascinating. But what I really want to know is, what does this mean for us in our everyday lives? What are the tangible benefits people are experiencing with ALCAR?
That's a great question, and it's where things get really exciting. Let's start with the cognitive benefits, since that's what a lot of people are interested in.
Perfect, because I've seen headlines about ALCAR being a brain booster, but I want to know what the science actually says.
Well, research has shown some promising links between ALCAR, improved memory, mood, and overall mental performance.
And what's the mechanism behind that? I remember reading in that scientific journal article, Discover Mental Health, something about ALCAR being a precursor to acetylcholine. I know that word from somewhere, but I can't quite place it.
That's right. Acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter, which is basically a chemical messenger that helps our brain cells communicate with each other.
So it's like a tiny postal service inside our brains, delivering messages from one neuron to the next.
Exactly. And acetylcholine is especially important for memory and learning. Now, because ALCAR helps increase acetylcholine levels, it's thought that this boost in brain cell communication could lead to better cognitive function.
So if ALCAR is helping those brain cells talk to each other more efficiently, it makes sense that our thinking, remembering, and learning abilities could improve.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. Some studies suggest that ALCAR might actually help protect against age-related cognitive decline and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's.
Like, really?
Yeah.
So it's not just about feeling sharper in the moment. It could have long-term benefits for brain health as we age.
It's an exciting area of research for sure. Remember, our brains are constantly working even when we're sleeping.
Right.
So those cells need a constant supply of energy and efficient communication to stay healthy.
Okay, I'm seeing why this is such a hot topic. But I have to ask, what about the other potential benefits? One of the YouTube experts, Dr. Jawad, mentioned quite a few, from weight loss and faster exercise recovery to even improvements in erectile dysfunction.
He did. And some of those claims are backed by science. Remember how ALCAR shuttles fatty acids into the mitochondria to create energy?
Ah, the VIP backstage pass.
Well, that process is essential for burning fat and losing weight. And since ALCAR is involved in energy production, it makes sense that it could also help us recover faster after exercise.
So whether we're hitting the gym or just trying to shed a few pounds, ALCAR could be a valuable tool.
Potentially. It's also been shown to support heart health by improving energy production in heart muscle cells. Remember, those cells need a lot of energy to keep pumping blood throughout our bodies.
Yeah, I'm noticing a theme here. Energy.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like ALCAR is all about optimizing our body's natural energy systems.
That's a great observation. And there's even more. Some research suggests that ALCAR could help boost our immune systems.
Wow. So it's not just about physical and mental energy. It's about strengthening our defenses against illness, too.
Exactly. It seems to enhance the activity of those first responder immune cells that fight off infections.
That's incredible. ALCAR is turning out to be quite the multifaceted health supporter.
Yay.
But, okay, let's talk about the practical side of things. Where do we actually get this wonder amino acid?
That's a great question. And the good news is our bodies produce ALCAR naturally.
Oh, that's a relief. So we're not completely reliant on supplements.
Exactly. However, like many things, our natural production of ALCAR tends to decline as we age.
That makes sense. So that's why we might need to look for other sources as we get older.
It could be part of it. But even if you're young, our modern diets and lifestyles don't always provide the optimal building blocks for our bodies to make enough ALCAR.
So it's like our internal ALCAR factory might need some extra support.
Exactly. And that's where food and supplements come in. Red meat, especially grass-fed, and mushrooms are good sources of ALCAR.
Mushrooms.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess I need to start adding those to my grocery list more often.
They're nutritional powerhouses. And then there's the option of supplementation, which many people choose to boost their ALCR intake. Dr. Jawad recommended 2,000 milligrams a day in his YouTube video, but the range seems to be between 1 and 4 grams per day, depending on the desired effect.
Right. And I think it's important to emphasize, as always, talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement, especially if you have any existing health conditions or are taking medication.
Absolutely. Informed decision-making is key when it comes to our health.
Okay, so we've covered what ALCAR is, how it works in the body, and even where to find it. What I'm really curious about now is what stood out to you the most from all the sources we looked at?
You know what really struck me was how ALCAR isn't just about boosting energy levels, it's about supporting the health of our mitochondria. Those tiny power plants are essential for so much more than we often realize.
Right, we tend to just think of them as the energy factories, but you're saying they play a bigger role than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Healthy mitochondria are essential for overall health and longevity. They're involved in cellular signaling, which is how our cells communicate with each other.
Okay.
They're involved in detoxification, helping to get rid of harmful substances. They even play a role in programmed cell death, which is a natural process that gets rid of damaged or unhealthy cells.
Wow, I had no idea they were involved in so many critical processes.
It's fascinating, isn't it? And if we connect this to the bigger picture, we see that mitochondrial dysfunction, meaning when those power plants aren't working properly, is implicated in a wide range of age-related diseases. We're talking heart disease, diabetes, neurodegenerative disorders, and more.
So if ALCAR can help keep those mitochondria healthy and functioning optimally, It could have a ripple effect on our overall health and well-being, especially as we age.
Exactly. And that's what I find so compelling about it.
Yeah, I'm also really intrigued by what we learned about ALCAR's potential to protect against age-related cognitive decline. And who wouldn't want to keep their brain sharp and memory strong for as long as possible?
It's a common concern for sure. And the research on ALCAR in this area is quite promising. One of the studies mentioned by David Tillman showed that in rat brains, ALCAR actually helped restore efficient mitochondrial energy production and replenish age-related changes to mitochondrial structure. It's like giving those aging mitochondria a much-needed tune-up.
That's incredible. So it's not just preventing damage. It could actually help reverse some of the age-related decline that's already happened.
That's what some researchers believe. And remember how ALCAR can increase acetylcholine levels? Well, that's crucial because acetylcholine naturally declines with age, and that decline contributes to memory loss and cognitive impairment.
So by boosting acetylcholine, ALCAR could potentially help slow down that cognitive decline and keep our brains sharper for longer.
Exactly. And it's not just about age-related decline. Scientists are even exploring ALCAR's potential for treating various neurological conditions, including Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and even chronic fatigue syndrome.
It seems like the possibilities are really endless with ALCAR. It's amazing to think that we've only just begun to unravel its full potential.
It truly is. And while we're on the topic of potential, I'm curious what really piqued your interest from all the information we dug into.
You know, for me, it's the idea that ALCAR could be a valuable tool for those everyday mental challenges we all face. We're talking brain fog, lack of focus, that dreaded afternoon slump, things we all struggle with from time to time.
That's a great point. In our fast-paced world, we're constantly bombarded with information and demands on our attention. Anything that can help support cognitive function and mental clarity could be incredibly beneficial.
Exactly. It's like ALCAR could be a natural way to help us power through those moments and stay sharp when we need it most.
It's certainly an interesting possibility, but before we get too carried away, it's important to remember that ALCAR is not a magic bullet.
Right. It's not a quick fix.
Yeah.
A healthy lifestyle, including a balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, and adequate sleep, remains the foundation for optimal health and well-being.
Exactly. It's about creating a holistic approach to well-being, and ALCAR could be one piece of that puzzle.
And we can't stress enough the importance of talking to your doctor before incorporating any new supplement into your routine.
Absolutely. They can help you determine if ALCAR is right for you and guide you on the appropriate dosage.
Okay, so we've delved deep into the world of ALCAR. For our listeners, what's the key takeaway here? Why should they care about this seemingly simple amino acid?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that ALCAR is a fascinating compound with a wide range of potential benefits for both our physical and mental health. It's not just about boosting energy levels. It's about supporting the health of our mitochondria, those tiny power plants that play a critical role in so many bodily processes.
It's also about potentially protecting our brains from age-related decline and even boosting our cognitive function so we can stay sharp-focused and energized in our everyday lives.
Exactly. And while we've only scratched the surface here today, there's a whole world of research out there on ALCAR and its various applications. We encourage you to do your own digging and see what sparks your curiosity.
For those who want to learn more, we've included links to all the sources we used in the show notes, so go check those out and keep those mental gears turning.
And until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating world of health and wellness.
And remember, take care of those mitochondria.
They are the powerhouses after all.
Absolutely. All right, that's it for today's deep dive. See you next time.